Alright, so here we go. Geometry review. First thing we need to do, parallelograms. Alright? Parallelograms mean these two sides are going to be the same. That's going to give us B and A. So I can write that down. We've got 4 and 6. And the next thing, we can take care of these angles. The first thing I need to do is get the value for X. I don't want to include Y yet because systems of equation are terrible and only if absolutely necessary. So I'm going to have X plus 4X plus 30. These two are supplementary. So I set it equal to 180. Pull that 30 from both sides and I will get 5X is equal to 150. So X is going to be equal to 30. Once I know that X is 30, because these two are going to be congruent, I'm going to get Y is 30 as well. Number 2, parallelograms. These two lines are going to be parallel, which means that 33 and B are alternate interior angles. 44 and C are going to be alternate interior angles. 67 and D are going to be alternate interior angles. To find F, what I would do is I would take 67 plus 44, so 111. And this triangle right here has to be add up to 180 degrees, so that makes F 69 degrees. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get A. So in order to get A, I've got 69 degrees here. That means I've got 111 degrees over here on this side. 33 plus 111 is 144, which is going to make A 36. Since A is 36, alternate interior angles gives me E at 36 as well. And so at that point, I could just start filling stuff out. So looking for A was 36, B was 33, C was 44, D was 67, E was 36, and then F was 69. And I would always fill out the whole problem, and then go back and write those answers down. That way I keep my train of thought as I solve the problem out. On my next one, 3 is pretty much the same as 2. It's just been rotated to a side. So I've got 40 over here. Alternate interior angles will give me A. 35 over here. Alternate interior angles will give me D. Once I have these two, I'll get an alternate interior angle for C as well, just to get a little crazy. Once I get these two, I can grab F. 50 plus 35 is 85, and then that would make F 95 to complete the 180 degrees for this triangle. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this angle right here. It's going to be 85 degrees. 85 and 95 make a linear pair. And then now I've got 85 and 40, so 125 degrees. That's going to make this one over here 55 degrees rather, to finish that triangle off. And my last one, alternate interior angle, is going to give me B for 55. So again, what I've done is I have taken and solved out the entire parallelogram, and then I go back and fill in my answers. This allows me to keep a much more linear path to my thinking than if I were to look for a letter and then try to figure out just that letter. It moves a lot smoother. Alright, parallelograms. These two are going to be the same. These two are going to be the same. So you've got a diagonal. They bisect each other, which means each part is going to be equal of your diagonal. Now, two parts not necessarily equal, just the parts that are on the same diagonal are going to be equal. So I've got 3y plus 10 is equal to 4y minus 1. Subtract the 3y, add the 1, and I'll get y is equal to 11. The next one, I've got 6x plus 1. It's going to be equal to x plus 6. So I've got 5x is equal to 5. X will be equal to 1. And then it goes back and it's going to ask me for side lengths. So AE is going to be 1 plus 6, so that's going to be 7. EC, also 7. DE is going to be 11 plus 10. Well, 11 times 3 rather. So 33 plus 10, which is 43. And then EB also going to be 44 minus 1, which is the same as 33 plus 10, 43. Those should match up. Moving onward, I've got another situation. Now this one we are forced into a system of equation. I have x is equal to 5y, and I have 3y plus 8 is equal to 2x minus 6. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to substitute. I've already got x solved for, so I'm going to drop that 5y in for x. I've got 3y plus 8 is equal to 2 times 5y minus 6. It's going to give me a 10y. I'm going to add the 6 to both sides. We'll put this over here. So I've got 3y plus 14 is equal to 10y. Pull that 3y from both sides, and I'm going to get a y, 7y rather, is equal to 14. So y has to be 2. Once I find y is 2, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to dump it straight into that equation because it's real nice. X is equal to 5y, y is 2, so x is going to be equal to 10. I got a 10 for x, I've got a 2 for y, and we're ready to go. Last problem, two things you want to watch out for. This one, name the figure. This is a rhombus. All the sides are the same, it's a rhombus. Alright. Now, for the rhombus, again, we have parallel lines. You could grab this at 27. The diagonals are going to intersect at 90 degrees. Now, for Z, a couple of different ways you can go about this. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to grab, you know what, we got a 10 over here. Let's just use, I don't want to use trig. Do I want to use trig? I don't want to use trig. Let's just go 27, 27. 90. So this piece over here is just going to be, what's that going to be, 63. So what I did, if this is 90, linear pairs makes this angle also 90. It's also diagonals are going to bisect perpendicularly. This 27, rhombus bisects, the diagonal will bisect each angle that it hits. So that makes, if this is 27, this will be 27. And I have 90, 27, and 63, giving me my entire 180 for that triangle over there. So I've got x was 27, y was 90, z ended up being 63. MP is going to be 12. I've got 6 here, which means I've got another 6 over here, total length of 12. And then QN is going to be, this is going to be a little fancier. I've got this triangle right here. It's a right triangle, and I pulled this triangle out. 10, this side is 6, so this side has to be 8. It's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. So I've got an 8, I've got another 8, so 16 total. And that's going to be the end of page 1.